here is set up in such a manner where this shock wave has a rated ride height dimension between the top eye and the bottom eye right there.
Which one?
Okay. This is the top eye. Down at the bottom right there, you can see down at the bottom where right by the little control arm.
Yeah.
Ride Tech tells me between there and there, the ride height should be between 12.5 and 13 inches.
Okay.
So that means that this is in a semi-compressed state, but not completely extended state. So by putting it right there to begin with, that's going to give me a lower ride height to begin with, and still use the full travel on what the suspension has right here.
Oh,
now indeed,
this part right here, right?
This right here, which is going to contain what the ride height is of the vehicle going down the road. Let's say this thing is supposed to have 60 pounds of air in it. When I put this where 60 pounds of air is at, the height of the vehicle is determined where I position this upper support at. If I position this upper support lower, then it's going to raise the car up more because it's going to extend it farther. When I put this up to the highest point right here, I want to have it to where it rides low normally, and it's just real close to the ground ultimately, but still has a good travel on it when you're driving down the road.
Oh, okay.
And that's the big key. When you build a lot of these, people don't take that into consideration. Not a big deal. I mean, there are guys that do, but my thing is to make it where you can get in and drive it and enjoy it without jumping all over the road and being able to drive it down the road just like you're driving any vehicle. Basically like an 85 Corvette. That's what the suspension's out of. So I'm going to set this where it has the air in it at approximately ride height of what it's supposed to be at. Then I can determine what shims I put in here on the upper part.
Where? Right here?
Right in here on the upper part where I'm going to give me my, it's giving me my caster and my camber at the same time.
Right.
I've got to have a 0 up and down height right here. Where this moves on the bottom moves up and down determines how far in or out the upper part of the tire goes.
Okay.
So sometimes when the tire goes out farther, it goes like that. You get too much of a negative to it. You got to get back more to that positive state where it's working, where it rides and doesn't wear out the tires uneven. So that's what I'm trying to get to right now.
Oh, okay.
Now, worst
This is what
case,
you're doing now, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Now, worst case scenario, let's say on this thing it's too low. Well, this is welded in place. But where the bottom mounts right here to the bottom control arm, I can take and make a 1-inch spacer, and that will go ahead and allow that car to be raised up 1 inch, even though this stays right where it's at right here.
You put a spacer where, right here?
Put a spacer right here, where this plate is right here, get different bolts for it, space it out with the thickness that I need to get up the height that it needs to be.
Oh, right where these bolts are right here.
Right where those go right there. So at that point, when the spacer's there, the difference between that area there and out to here is going to give you 1 inch there, may give us 1.5 inches out here.
Oh, I got you.
Because there's a ratio change between those 2 points with your pivot point in the center.
Right.
So that's